This is the Little Moments Count radio podcast, created in partnership with community radio stations throughout Minnesota. Each episode, you'll hear interviews with early childhood experts on how to support the important brain development that takes place in the first 1,000 days of life, just through little moments every day. Learn more at littlemomentscount.org/podcast.
FM 89.9 KMOJ, Walter Q. Banks Jr. got you on the afternoon drive. No question about it, no question about it. And today, this afternoon, we're locking in with Little Moments Count. Now, Little Moments Count, let you just get a quick update so you know what's going down. Little Moments Count is a statewide collaborative focusing on helping parents and caregivers learn about the importance of brain development in the first 3 years of one's life. Nearly 80% of the brain growth happens in the first 1,000 days of a small moments of interaction when we're talking about playing, reading, singing, just the contact within itself, and letting you know and keeping you in the know. If you'd like to get more information, you can always lock in to littlemoments.org. It's FM 89.9 KMOJ, and on the phone line, I got Mr. Guy Bowling. I'd like to say good afternoon to you, sir, and how you feeling?
I'm doing very well. Good afternoon, Q-Bear. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
No doubt, no doubt. For the listening audience, can you give us just a little bit about the Fathers Project and what it's all about? Give us the insight.
Yeah, the Father Project is a program of Goodwill Easter Seals. Came about back in 1999 as a program of the city of Minneapolis and ultimately merged with Goodwill and became a program of Goodwill. But the whole mission of the Father Project is to work with low-income fathers, 17 and up, overcoming anything that gets in the way of them parenting their kids, both emotionally and financially, and just continue to support them in their journey to be the best fathers they can be.
Now, when it comes to the Fathers Project itself and some of the things that you've been around it, because I know you've been around it for quite some years, but can you give us some insight when it comes to being a father and some of the struggles that some of them may go through and how they can get through this holiday season?
Yeah, absolutely. Some of the challenges and barriers, there's so many to name, but, everything from, being unemployed or underemployed, everything from they didn't have a father themselves growing up, so they had no frame of reference. Child support could be an issue. Driver's license suspension to be able to drive to and from work also. And I think the other thing, sometimes relationships unfortunately go sour and mom and dad are no longer together. And sometimes that could be a barrier when you have to be able to access your kid, especially if you don't know your rights and you don't know how to navigate the court system. So you have to begin to learn how that works and develop those skills to be able to do that so you can fulfill your obligation as well as understand your rights as a father.
Now, when it comes to a Festival of Fathers and family events that are coming up around the corner, what are some of the things you guys are working on and what you got coming around the corner that's fatherly and family orientated?
Yeah, matter of fact, Festival of Fathers was something that started about 30 years ago. It was just a group of fathers, and it's a group of men working with fathers and families and organization. Came about just to recognize and celebrate fatherhood, and they created the Festival of Fathers, and I was a part of that original group, and I oversee the implementation of it now. But it's every year at North Commons Park, just a day in the park, fun, food, music, prizes, games, information, all that stuff in terms of give fathers an opportunity to come up with their kids, because they don't always have the resources financially to be able to take their kids to do a lot of things. And so it was an event that came about to say, you don't have to worry about any of that. Everything is free. Come out, hang out. And it's more about not the financial piece, but it's more about the experience with their kids. And so that's one piece. And I think the other side of it is I'm also executive director of the Citizen Father Foundation, which was a spinoff of the Father Project to focus on leadership development. And what that does, they're doing an event, as a matter of fact, coming up this Sunday. It's a toy giveaway. We've been collecting toys for the last 30 days to give away to dads for their kids for this season of giving, of course, and for kids. And so for those who don't have the resources to be able to do it, we're going to have a free toy giveaway this coming Sunday. And we feel got a few slots left. So if there's any dads out there that's interested in taking advantage of it and would like to participate, they can give me a call. At 612-483-9719, 612-483-9719, because we still got a few slots available for free toys.
And that was the final questions I was going to throw at you, because the simple fact of that you do in dealing with the fathers and the Fathers Project and the Fathers Festival of Fathers. When I say fathers, I'm talking about those that are taking the responsibility of being a father. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so if someone would like to get more information about you and that you do, you got a website, you got, so what we have?
I do. I got a couple different hats and information I can give you, Q. The website is citizenfather.org. That's the leadership development piece for fathers who are further along. And also to guybowling.com. That's a website about the services that I provide. In addition to that, if they also want more information about resources that's available to them to help them be better fathers, they can always reach me at 612-483-9719, or they can go on either of those websites that I just mentioned.
And if by chance I missed a question or two, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, just happy holidays for those folks coming up if you celebrate the holidays, and also that, fathers, although they can contribute to a lot of the ills within our society by not being there in terms of being absent, and there's multiple reasons behind that, but also if they're healthy and they're active and they overcome the barriers, they can also be a huge untapped resource. So I would just say fathers are important and they're essential for the healthy aspect for kids to be successful. That's what I'll leave you with.
No doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my man, Mr. Guy Bowling. And letting y'all know right now, Father's Project, you want to be a part of it. Make sure you stay informed and stay around it and stay about it. Fathers are important too. And if you'd like to get more information about Little Moments Count, you can lock in there at littlemomentscount.org. It's FM 89.9 KMOJ, no question about it. It's truly the people's station.
Thanks for listening to the Little Moments Count radio podcast in partnership with community radio stations throughout Minnesota. You can find the Little Moments Count radio podcast wherever you get your podcasts and at littlemomentscount.org/podcast.